exposed and expose the big corporations profiting millions by selling expensive and ineffective treatments. I'm here to uncover the shocking truth. The industry is doing everything it can to keep this information from you. They created a cycle of false promises, charging for solutions that never solve the problem. Today, that injustice ends here. If you follow the steps I'll share in this video, just like 72,000 men and women around the world have already done, you'll see your memory improve day by day. You'll be able to recall details clearly, organize your thoughts effortlessly, and finally free yourself from the frustration of forgetting important things. No more worries about memory lapses, brain fog, or the fear of cognitive diseases. First of all, understand that there's nothing wrong with you, contrary to what the industry wants you to believe. And it's definitely not your fault, as some experts might have suggested. A recent study from Harvard University tells a very different story. They discovered that something serious and even repugnant is happening in your brain. And if left untreated, it could compromise both your memory and your overall health. These researchers found that the real culprit behind cognitive decline and memory loss isn't genetics or even aging. It's a dangerous class of brain-sucking toxins that travel to the brain, latch onto your neurons and synapses, and start draining your memories until every drop of life you've lived is completely erased. The most surprising news? These same researchers discovered a natural way to fight these brain-sucking toxins without the need for drugs like Nenda, Exelon, or Aricept. Yes, you can regain your memory, even if you've been dealing with lapses for years, even if you're afraid of cognitive decline or feel like you're constantly forgetting names, dates, or tasks. This is possible thanks to a strange medicinal salmon recipe that has nothing to do with omega-3 or fish oil. And when you start using this peculiar medicinal recipe, you won't just be deep cleaning your brain to eliminate these brain-sucking toxins. In fact, you'll stop memory loss and regain the sharp memory of someone half your age. Can you imagine what your life would be like with a healthy brain that makes you feel and look decades younger? And beyond improving your memory, it also protects against diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, and even Parkinson, keeping your mind healthy and active for much longer. The medical industry knows this is the key to definitively tackling memory problems. They're conducting hundreds of studies to try to understand why it works so well, but they prefer to keep this information hidden to protect their own interests. Imagine never again forgetting where you put your keys, a friend's name, or an important appointment. Imagine a calm mind, free from confusion or anxiety, and nights of deep, restorative sleep. All of this is possible, and you can start right now. I'll also share the surprising 5-question test developed by neuroscientists at Oxford. This test reveals whether silent brain toxins are secretly destroying your memory and how to stop them before it's too late. I'm going to explain why brain supplements like fish oil, omega-3, and nootropics don't work, and why Alzheimer's research and therapies have shown that 99% of memory loss medications fail in clinical trials. And I'll reveal how you can use this strange medicinal salmon recipe backed by cutting-edge neuroscience from prestigious medical schools to regain a brain sharper than that of people half your age. This is what you're going to discover in this video. But before we continue, I need to warn you. This new solution for memory loss is already being used by some renowned doctors in the United States. But the big pharmaceutical companies are doing everything they can to stop most doctors from prescribing this natural solution. It's because it's not a medication full of chemicals, which means the big pharmaceutical companies can't patent or profit from it. And that's why, as this video goes viral, it's threatening to cost the pharmaceutical industry billions of dollars in lost revenue. At the same time, the solution could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per month in medical costs. That's why these pharmaceutical companies would love to see this presentation taken down as quickly as possible. So if you want to put an end to those moments of forgetfulness and ensure you never lose your independence, make sure you watch this video until the end. As I mentioned already, my name is Nathan Caldwell. I've been a brain, health, and anti-aging researcher for over 2 decades. I can confidently say I've dedicated my entire career to studying natural solutions for serious health problems. And during this time, I've published hundreds of scientific articles and 3 books, reaching over 72,000 people worldwide. One of my books, The Truth About Memory Loss, became an Amazon bestseller. And this success opened my eyes to just how many people were desperately seeking answers about cognitive decline. In recent years, my focus has shifted entirely to the brain and memory, particularly life-altering memory problems. For me, this wasn't just a commitment, it became an obsession. Why? Because 5 years ago, I watched my mother endure a living nightmare as she suffered from memory loss and cognitive decline during what should have been her golden years. To give you a clear picture of what she experienced and how she was able to overcome it, I've invited my mother to share a bit of her story with you.
Hey, good to see you, son.
Thank you for doing this.
Yes, of course.
All right. So I'm glad you accepted the invitation, but let's cut to the chase. Tell us how you felt in the beginning.
Well, son, at first I noticed my thinking was a bit slow, but honestly, I didn't pay much attention to it. It wasn't until I started missing appointments that I realized something was really wrong. Then, when I couldn't remember people's names during conversations, that was when it hit me. Son, I don't know if you remember, but I was always great with names and dates.
I mean, I definitely remember that. And you were the one that kept track of all the birthdays, the uncles, aunts, cousins, pretty much the whole family, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I had lost that. My memory wasn't the same anymore. What frustrated me the most was not being able to have a proper conversation. Words could vanish from my mind, and I'd struggle to stay on track. And then I started feeling down. I didn't want to go out, and I just wanted to be alone.
So that's why you canceled the cruise with Dad.
Yes, I didn't even want to travel anymore. Every day, I felt tired and confused, like all the days were blending together. Lonely days where I honestly thought that was the start of something worse. That's why I started making jokes back then, like, better call the nursing home, old age is catching up with me.
Yeah. Mom, a lot of people think that those little forgetful moments are just part of aging, but that's a big misconception. Look, I came back without my mom because I need to talk to you about a dangerous misconception that memory loss is just a part of aging. That is a mistake I don't want anyone to make, because these small forgetful moments drove my mom to rock bottom. It was a normal Sunday afternoon. Mom was in the kitchen making her famous fried chicken, a family tradition. The same recipe she'd made every Sunday for 30 years. I was sprawled on the couch watching the classic Cowboys-Packers game when she asked me to take out the trash. Just 2 minutes. That's all I was gone. I stepped outside, tossed the bag in the bin, came back in through the kitchen door. When I walked in, Mom was staring at me like I was a violent intruder who'd broken into her home. "Get out of my house, right now." I froze. I couldn't speak. I couldn't think. My body was completely paralyzed. I couldn't understand what was happening. While I was trying to process the situation, I saw her hand reaching for the pan of oil on the stove. She grabbed a pan filled with a liter of boiling oil and screamed, "Either you leave or I'll kill you." "Mom, it's me, Nathan, your son." I repeated it over and over, but nothing seemed to reach her. It was like she was seeing someone else in my place, like her body had been taken over by someone else entirely. I took a step forward, trying to calm her down and hold her back. She completely lost control. She threw the boiling oil at me. Luckily, it only hit my arm. I have pictures from that day. The moment the oil hit my skin, something in her eyes changed. My mom came back to herself, saw what she had done, and realizing that she had just tried to kill her own son, she broke down in tears. Even though I was in complete shock, I forced myself to calm down. That's when I called the best neurologist I knew and begged for an emergency appointment. The next day, after running several cognitive tests, the doctor confirmed what deep down I already feared. "I'm sorry, but your mother has early stage dementia. We can try to slow it down with medication, but that's really all we can do." It wasn't supposed to happen. My mom had dreams of going on a cruise with my dad, traveling the world and seeing her grandchildren graduate from college. But all of that would be taken away within the next 2 years, because the doctor said that's how long it could be before she'd need 24-hour care in a nursing home. And during that time, the doctor prescribed various medications: Namenda, Exelon, Aricept, and even a new one called Donemab. Now, my mom is going to share what those medications did to her life. Mom, can you tell us a bit about what you tried to do to fix those memory problems?
Well, I tried everything. I took all sorts of medications the doctor prescribed, and I remembered that as soon as I started taking them, my energy just vanished. I became even more exhausted, with a mental fatigue I'd never felt in my life. And to top it off, they messed with my stomach, and I ended up losing about 20 pounds in a really unhealthy way.
Did you try anything else, Mom?
Oh, yes, I tried fish oil, omega-3, nootropics, and even some supplements I picked up at Walmart. But in the end, none of them helped at all.
It makes sense that none of that worked, because now we know that those medications and supplements you were using didn't actually address the real cause of memory loss. And that's probably why they ended up making things worse rather than better.
Don't even remind me. It was the worst phase of my life. I could feel people treating me differently, like I wasn't even the person they'd known for many years.
This was the darkest chapter of my mother's life. She'd always been such a sweet and vibrant person, but her memory loss would cause her to explode with anger out of nowhere. And then, just hours later, she'd realize what she'd done and break down sobbing uncontrollably. As her son, I felt like I was failing her, helplessly watching it all unfold. I didn't know how to help her or if it was even possible. But I knew one thing for sure. I had to help her. So I dove into every study I could find. I researched all the latest medications, surgeries, experimental solutions for memory loss. What I found left me in shock. A study published by Alzheimer's Research and Therapy revealed that 99% of memory drugs fail in the clinical trials by big pharmaceutical companies. In other words, 99% of those drugs don't prevent, slow down, or minimize memory loss. At best, they only temporarily ease some symptoms. Yet pharmaceutical companies keep releasing new drugs with one goal in mind: draining your money from your pocket. That's why Big Pharmacy rakes in $5.98 million a year. And with all that money influence, they have every reason and every tool to ignore or even censor natural solutions that can help you reclaim the memory you thought was lost forever. After uncovering all of this, I felt like I was stuck, getting nowhere. I spent weeks away from my wife and kids, completely exhausted. But honestly, I would never give up on my mom. It's just how I was raised. So I keep going. And eventually, my persistence paid off. After countless hours of research, phone calls with friends, and consulting with memory loss experts, I finally stumbled upon a groundbreaking study by Dr. William Carter. In this study, Dr. Carter discussed how our daily lives are completely different from 50 years ago. These days, air pollution has increased, and the food we eat is loaded with chemicals. Microplastics like PFAS and even heavy metals like mercury. All of these are real toxins for our bodies. Unfortunately, here in America, the levels of these toxins in our daily lives are only increasing, causing thousands of people not only to have their health ruined, but also to see their memories burned to ashes. This is so dangerous that it's already been reported by major news networks and countless other media outlets. And according to a study by Dr. Birgit Goika, published in the Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology, these toxins disrupt blood pressure, raise blood sugar levels, and even cause sleep problems. But when it comes to your brain and memory, the impact is even worse. Recently, Harvard University discovered that these toxins are responsible for stealing and devouring a vital substance in your brain and memory health. That's why these toxins are known as brain-leaching toxins. Just like a leech steals and devours blood, these brain-leaching toxins do the same to the most important substance in your brain. This is what makes you more forgetful and slows down your thinking day by day. The vital substance being devoured by that leech-like toxins is acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is crucial for keeping your memory sharp and your thoughts quick. Think of acetylcholine like a librarian in a vast library. When you ask a librarian for a specific book, they retrieve it quickly and without hesitation, knowing exactly where it's stored. Acetylcholine works in a similar way in your brain. It retrieves memories quickly and effectively, without delay or forgetfulness. Whenever you try to remember something, it's acetylcholine in your brain doing the work. And this process works great when you're in your 20s and 30s. And that's why, when you're young, our minds are sharp. We remember appointments easily, and we don't deal with mental blackouts. But here's the problem. The older you get, the longer you're exposed to these toxins. And the more brain-leaching toxins you're exposed to, the less acetylcholine your brain has. The result? Your acetylcholine levels get wiped out and your memory starts to fail. At first, you might forget where you left your keys or lose your train of thought mid-conversation. Eventually, it gets to the point where your memory is so damaged, you can't even recognize the faces of the people you love. It's like the memories you've made with the people you care about are going up in flames with each passing day. More and more studies are proving that low levels of acetylcholine, memory problems, and high levels of these toxins are all connected. And that's why some people call them brain-leaching toxins, because you're literally depleting the acetylcholine in your brain. The worst part, you can't avoid these toxins. Often called brain-leaching toxins, they're everywhere in your life. New research proves that they're in the air we breathe as pollution. They're found in carbohydrates, sugars, sweeteners, and other processed foods. And most shocking of all, a study by the Environmental Working Group revealed that over 70 million Americans are drinking water contaminated with chemical substances known as PFAS, which are also brain-leaching toxins. And to prove the presence of these toxins in the water, I decided to show you using my microscope. Take a look at this. I just took a single drop of water from a glass I filled directly from a regular faucet, and now I'm placing it under the microscope. What you're seeing now are those chemical substances, PFAS, and microplastics present in the water. Scary, isn't it? And considering that our brain is made up of over 80% water, it's no surprise why nearly 7 million Americans suffer with serious memory loss problems. The sad truth is that Many people are watching their memories fade, all because of these brain-leaching toxins. And to help you determine if this problem is affecting you, I'm going to share a simple quiz created by Oxford University. See if you answer yes to any of these questions. Do you momentarily struggle to remember what you ate in your lunch a day before? Do you have difficulty keeping your train of thought in a conversation? Or have trouble remembering certain words in the middle of a sentence? Have you ever entered a room and forgotten why you were there? Have you had to write reminders for basic tasks that you used to do automatically? Do you feel that your memory has significantly worsened in recent months or years? You answered yes to one of these questions. It means toxins could already be present in your brain. And if you answered yes to more than one question, the damage from these toxins may already be significant. And your acetylcholine levels could be much lower than what's considered healthy, just like my mother's womb. That's why it's crucial to flush away these brain-leaching toxins, because if you don't, your acetylcholine levels will never return to healthy level. Your memory will continue to decline. But how can I flush away these toxins and increase acetylcholine levels? This question kept nagging at me as I watched my mother lose more and more of her memory. Battling these senior moments, I felt lost, unsure of how to solve the problem. Then I thought about my 2 decades of work as a researcher and all the doctors and scientists I'd connected with over the years. Surely one of these hundreds of people could help me find a way to fight these brain-leaching toxins and boost acetylcholine production in the brain. Without wasting any time, I began an exhaustive search. I thought about all the scientists and doctors I'd worked with over my 20 years as a researcher. Dr. William Carter stood out. His groundbreaking work on brain toxins and memory was exactly what I needed to understand. It took a while to reach him. He was busy with ongoing research and rarely took outside calls. But after several attempts through his research institute, I finally got him on the phone. When I explained my mother's situation and my interests in his toxin research, he shared something fascinating.
During our studies, I came across some remarkable research from Japan. Have you heard of Mr. Hiroshi Nakamoto Sato?
The memory champion?
Yes, at 78 years old, he won the World Memory Championship 3 times. But what's really interesting is how he did it. After publishing this study revealing what really causes memory loss, I set out on a journey to discover how to solve this brain leach problem. And on that journey, I met Mr. Hiroshi Nakamoto Sato, who at 78 years old won the World Memory Championship for the 3rd time. That's right, a 78-year-old man beating competitors 20, 30, or even 40 years younger than him in a memory competition. And the most impressive part, every memory champion in the past decade has been Japanese and over 70 years old.
When I heard this from Dr. Carter, none of it made sense. If older people are supposed to suffer from memory loss due to brain-leaching toxins, but how are these Japanese men well into their 70s still dominating memory competition? The answer to that question saved my mother's memory. This gentleman who won the memory championship 3 times had a secret for keeping his memory sharp even after 75 years. It's something he considers almost sacred. What I discovered is that this secret is a common thread among all these Japanese men who still have sharp memories even into their 60s and into their 90s. And it all comes down to a weird at-home medicinal salmon recipe they've been consuming every day since they were 5 years old. First, this didn't make much sense to me. I didn't realize that salmon is one of the top foods for brain health and memory. So what exactly is this weird medicinal salmon recipe? And how could I use it to help save my mother's memory? At this point, I turned to Dr. Carter for help in explaining the salmon recipe. Now, I'm going to share everything he revealed to me. The doctor explained that consuming this medicinal recipe, like these Japanese individuals have, wasn't the best option for my mother. After all, they've been consuming it every day since they were 5. If I wanted my mother to experience the same benefits of revitalizing her memory, she would need to eat pounds of salmon and all other ingredients every day just to make up for the lost years. And more importantly, Dr. Carter said there was a solution to this problem. That's because he studied the medicinal salmon recipe in depth and managed to extract the key nutrients that actually work to stop and fight memory loss. Now, I'm going to share what those nutrients are. The first one is Japanese alpine ginkgo biloba. Unlike regular ginkgo biloba, this special variety is harvested high in the Japanese mountains and is the exact ingredient used in the traditional salmon recipe. Once you consume this Japanese alpine ginkgo biloba, it's quickly absorbed into your brain, where it locates, fights, flushes away each of the brain-leaching toxins. The Japanese neurologist Haiyan Wan published a study in the prestigious Journal of Food Composition and Analysis, confirming that ginkgo biloba plays a key role role in detoxification, enhancing the overall brain health. That's why the impact of Japanese alpine ginkgo biloba on people's lives has been remarkable. Dr. Lunar conducted a study with 547 participants suffering from memory loss. In the study, he gave them a unique form of ginkgo biloba. Even those with severe memory loss who had lost all hope astonished the researchers by improving cognitive function. But Japanese alpine ginkgo biloba doesn't just fight toxins. A new study shows it also boosts acetylcholine production, which is a crucial factor in combating all types of memory loss and cognitive decline in aging brains. Which brings us to the second phase. Now that the toxins are cleared, we need to boost even more acetylcholine production to revitalize the brain. The second super ingredient is Hydropure Bacopa Monieri leaf extract. For years, researchers have praised Bacopa monieri for its ability to enhance brain functions by increasing acetylcholine levels. Dr. Carter discovered that the Japanese used an advanced hydro-extraction process, which uses only pure water to preserve the maximum bioactive compounds in Bacopa monieri. The result is a cleaner, more potent form of this ingredient. In fact, a 2023 study published by Eric A. Walker in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease shows that this unique Bacopa monieri significantly boosts acetylcholine production, which is critical for sharp thinking, focus, and mental clarity. In one large study, patients taking Bacopa monieri Hydropure leaf extract were able to recall phone numbers and other details far better than those on a placebo. So, while Japanese alpine ginkgo biloba and Hydropure Bacopa monieri leaf extract make a great starting point, the real power happens when they work together to revitalize your brain and prevent further damage. But to fully recover and reclaim your memory, it's also necessary to repair the damaged toxins that have already been caused in the brain. Honestly, I didn't even know this was possible, but Dr. Carter discovered something that changed everything. A powerful nutrient, scientifically proven to revitalize brain health. It's called phosphatidylserine. Now, phosphatidylserine can even be extracted from algae, fish, and even certain fruits from the Amazon rainforest. But Dr. Carter found that the only source of phosphatidylserine in the Japanese medicinal recipe was salmon. That's why the most potent and effective form of this ingredient for combating memory loss is the kind specifically extracted from salmon. And science shows that this remarkable compound can do something once thought impossible. It can revitalize and help repair brain cells. Researchers published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience revealed that salmon-derived compounds played a critical role in repairing damaged neurons that have been affected by stress, aging, and toxins. And here's the best part. Studies show that this unique compound can significantly boost acetylcholine levels and regenerate damaged brain cells. In a double-blind placebo-tube-controlled trial of men and women aged 50 to 80 with memory loss and cognitive decline, those who took this nutrient showed remarkable improvements in memory tests and brain scans. By boosting acetylcholine production, these patients experienced clinically significant improvements in cognitive function and overall brain health, and that's just the beginning. This medicinal recipe contains 7 more powerful brain-boosting nutrients. The power of these nutrients is truly remarkable, isn't it? But in the end, it's not just about the results these studies have shown. It's about regaining your independence, freedom, and confidence, remembering appointments, staying sharp in conversations, and avoiding those frustrating moments of forgetfulness. It's about holding onto your memories and living the rest of your life with the vitality of someone 10, 20, or even 30 years younger. The moment I discovered these nutrients, it was exactly what I wanted for my mom. Even though she had used some of these ingredients before, she had never taken all of them together and never in the exact dosages Dr. Carter recommended. So I reached out to dozens of my contacts and managed to get small quantities of all Japanese nutrients from salmon. As soon as they arrived, I carefully combined these nutrients and created a formula that revitalizes memory to its peak performance. It took a few weeks of work, but when I finally finished, I couldn't wait to share these discoveries with my mom. There's no one better than her to tell you about the experience. So, Mom, can you tell us about your experience using this concentrated formula of the medicinal salmon recipe?
Sure. You remember that at first I didn't want to try it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was so confused and tired. I just didn't believe anything would work, especially after that doctor told me straight to my face that it was just part of aging and there wasn't much they could do.
I remember how skeptical you were and how you refused to even try the formula at first. And that's the reason why I showed you the studies and all those stories about people who had turned their memory around because of this formula.
Exactly. That was when I decided to give it a shot and started using it every morning. And within the first few weeks, I was waking up with more energy that lasted all day. But honestly, I didn't notice much else beyond that at first.
Well, at first, I was a little disappointed that your memory hadn't improved, but having more energy definitely was a good start. So, what happened in the following?
Well, you see, I remember you nagging me every single day to take the formula properly. Thank you. Thank goodness, because as the days passed, I could feel my mind getting clearer. And you know, the biggest change I noticed was in my conversations with your father. We started having longer talks. I could keep up with the conversation, and I even noticed he was getting more excited to talk to me.
Wow, there's something I never told you before. During these weeks you were taking the formula, I had one of the most memorable moments of my life. I came to visit expecting to find you in your chair, like usual, but when I got there, you were in the kitchen doing dishes and making a grocery list. Now, I know this might seem small to most people, but just a few months earlier, my mom didn't even recognize me. Now you were planning meals, taking care of the home again. Things that were just part of who you were before all this started.
You never told me that.
I had to hold myself back because in that moment I wanted to just jump and hug you and tell you we've done it. But honestly, I knew you had good and bad days, so I didn't want to say anything too soon. All I did was keep reminding you, take the formula every day. And looking back, that was the best decision because over time, you just kept getting better. You know, I always say I witnessed the greatest blessing of my life happen right in front of me.
Me too. That formula was a blessing. It felt like someone flipped a switch in my brain. Suddenly, I was remembering names, faces, and dates in the blink of an eye. I even remember grocery shopping without needing a list. It made me so happy. In the end, it felt like my brain got sharper. You know, I felt like I had the health of someone much younger. And I'm not just saying this off the top of my head because I remember the exact words my neurologist said. Your memory and cognitive abilities are better than 95% of my patients, even those in their 20s and 30s.
That's right. Yeah, what the doctor said along with the results of the memory test was proof that this formula really worked. And that makes me proudest, is that the amazing grandmother to my children was back.
And it wasn't just me who noticed this. Once I got better and the memory issues were gone, I couldn't stop talking about it. I told everyone at church, the neighbors, and the whole family.
When my mother shared the formula with her church community, it became an instant success. Dozens of people were asking for more. Well, since I still had some stored, I decided to help everyone she referred to me. I remember Mr. John, who personally came to thank me. These were men and women in their 50s, 60s, and even 80s who started to remember things that they should have never forgotten. The drawer where they left the car keys or where they had placed their phone and even the beautiful memories of their past. But then I asked myself, well, why can't this be accessible to everyone? The reason is simple. No pharmaceutical company can patent something natural. If it were possible to patent medicinal salmon, they would have done it a long time ago or mean more money in their pockets. This is why these billion-dollar industries discourage doctors from recommending this kind of solution. After all, imagine how much you could save without needing to spend $300, $400, or even $500 a month on medications that can literally come from your local market. The industries would make less money. That means billions of dollars less. Do you really think that a corporate executive is going to give up their private jet just to do good for our nation? They won't. That's why you don't see this type of information on your favorite TV show. They are part of and benefit financially from this greedy pharmaceutical cycle. That's why I made a decision. Either I would also become one of their employees, or I would risk everything I had to create something that was brutally effective, inexpensive, and accessible to all Americans. I definitely don't want only the wealthy in this country to have a good memory. So I sought a partner who could select these super pure ingredients that will once and for all improve your brain health. A partner I knew would do everything precisely according to my formula and 100% in line with the strict quality and hygiene standards of the FDA. Of course, it had to be from the United States to ensure that every step was perfect. After nearly a year of searching and over $140,000 invested,
I am proud to introduce Memory Edge.
100% pure without artificial additives. Just take 2 capsules a day right after breakfast. In the first few weeks, the first effect you'll notice will be greater mental clarity and the reduction of that brain fog feeling that makes it hard to focus on your daily tasks. If you're dealing with memory lapse, difficulty remembering names, dates, or even that constant feeling of mental confusion, you'll see an almost immediate improvement. This is your brain beginning to restore its natural balance, flushing out the toxins that deplete acetylchloride and revitalizing your synapses for more efficient functioning. The second week on, the most impressive results will start to appear. You'll notice your mind is sharper and faster, as if a weight has been lifted off your thought. Conversations will flow more easily, and that annoying habit of forgetting where you left your keys or what you're about to do will start to fade away. As the days go by, the formula works even more profoundly, reactivating damaged neural pathways and stimulating the production of acetylcholine, the vital substance for memory storage and retrieval. In addition to regaining mental sharpness, you'll feel renewed energy, less fatigue throughout the day, and the sense of being in control of your thoughts again. That mental confusion and difficulty finding words will disappear, and your confidence will begin to grow significantly. All of this without needing to follow complicated diets, spending hours solving crosswords, or depend on an endless list of supplements that don't deliver results. You'll feel like your best years are now.
Everything happens naturally, simply, and effectively with Memory Edge.
By the end of the first 3 months, it's likely that your memory will be completely revitalized, your mind sharper than it's been in years, and you'll be living a life full of energy and purpose. Take 2 capsules a day, and you'll feel your brain as young and quick as someone half your age. So, if you truly want your memory back and want to protect yourself from all the damage this can cause you,
You've already decided you want your bottle of Memory Edge.
the fact that you're here shows that you care about your health and are ready to transform your life. And now, you might be wondering how to get this kit delivered to your home within 48 hours, right here in the United States. And of course, if this will cost the same as those overpriced products from big pharmacies, I want to make one thing very clear. My team and I would love to make this as easy as possible for everyone to get their lives back, but it's not that simple.
The production of Memory Edge follows strict and unmatched standards.
Each capsule is manufactured in small quantities to ensure you receive only the best. These are natural ingredients, carefully sourced and processed to preserve their maximum potency. This commitment to quality means we don't compromise the product's integrity in exchange for speed or quantity. Additionally, we work with exclusive suppliers who follow rigorous protocols to grow, harvest, and deliver these nutrients of the highest quality.
This is why producing each batch of Memory Edge is a meticulous and time-consuming process, and supplies are always limited.
This care is the reason why we frequently run out of stock. When this happens, it takes about 6 to 8 months for a new batch to be ready for shipping. That's why we aren't sold in pharmacies. Well, not only would the price be higher, but the quality would also be sacrificed, and we're not willing to do that. But don't worry, I'll show you how you can get your hands on this revolutionary formula in the next few seconds. Just 2 capsules right after breakfast. Doesn't matter if it's bacon and eggs or just plain coffee. Taking it in the morning ensures that it's almost entirely absorbed by your body.
Even though Memory Edge begins working from the very first day by eliminating brain toxins and increasing your mental clarity, studies show that the longer you use it, the more incredible the results will be. This is because Memory Edge's ingredients work in layers, building up in your body to ensure long-lasting effect. That's why consistency is crucial. By taking Memory Edge for 6 months, you'll be creating a true antitoxin reservoir that will reverse years of damage caused by toxins. Doing this is like building a bulletproof vest against what affects your memory. Choosing the 6-month supply isn't just the best decision for your health, it's also your only chance this year to fully maximize these benefits. Memory Edge is often sold out in record time. Manufactured in limited batches due to the high purity and quality of the ingredient, it sells out quickly, leaving many customers on a waiting list for months. And since no competitor comes close to the effectiveness of our formula, you'll only find Memory Edge on this site.
This is your best chance to expel the toxins that are building a home inside your brain and crushing your well-being. I need to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest. How much is it worth to you to have access? What is the value of regaining the mental clarity you had in your youth and protecting your cognitive health for the future? Imagine being able to enjoy consistent mental energy that keeps you focused and attentive all day, allowing you to fully enjoy life alongside the people you value most. Think carefully. How much is it worth to ensure your memory, your confidence, and your ability to live fully and independently? The truth is, determining the value of your well-being and mental health isn't simple. You only remember how to drink water because you have the memory of how to lift the glass. You only remember your family member because you spent years with them in the past. Without your memory, all of this turns to dust. Be honest with yourself. Getting your life back is priceless. And I don't want to drain your savings like those big hospitals do. I want everyone to have access to this. And this will not be a privilege reserved only for the richest. My true purpose is to ensure that anyone, regardless of their condition, can experience this. My American dream is different. It's about helping those who have already lost hope, who believe there's no way out, to live a new life.
And that's why Memory Edge will not cost thousands of dollars. Initially, we planned to price one bottle at $249 per month. And honestly, that price made sense. It was carefully calculated by our team of consultants, taking into account the research, the imported ingredients, and the high-quality production that make this formula so effective. Because when you consider that thousands of people have spent $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 a year on ineffective memory supplements, brain medications, and medical consultations, and when you consider that medications like Aricept can cost $400 a month and come with side effects like nausea, vomiting, and even liver damage, you can see why $300 for Memory Edge is not just fair, it's actually cheap. But I realized something important. If I set this price, many of the people who need this transformation the most would never have access to it. That goes against everything. My goal is not just to deliver a product, it's to help people reclaim their lives. I want to make Memory Edge a global reference for innovation and brain health, recognized by organizations like the World Health Organization. To achieve this, we need to reach at least 5,000 satisfied customers. Today, we already have 4,600 success stories, but we're just a step away from hitting this milestone. That's why I made a strategic decision. To cross this 5,000 client mark and prove that this revolutionary formula is accessible to everyone, I decided to offer a special condition. You're just a few steps away from reaching this goal. You don't have to pay $300 per bottle for Memory Edge. Today, exclusively here, you can secure this formula that protects the brain and transforms lives for just $79 per bottle. It's more than $200 in savings. Since it's been proven that the more you use Memory Edge, the better your results will be, and because most people are ordering several bottles at once, we decided to offer an even bigger discount for those who stock up. In other words, the more bottles you buy, the cheaper it gets. This means that in addition to eliminating brain-draining toxins, increasing your memory, and regaining your mental vitality, you're also saving money. If you order a 6-month supply, the price drops to just $49 per bottle. That's more than 29% off the original price of $79, less than $2 a day. That's less than a decent cup of coffee and much cheaper than paying for memory care and nursing. Additionally, you'll not only save a ton of money, but you'll always have enough Memory Edge on hand. If you're not sure which kit to choose, here are 2 reasons why the 6-bottle option is your best choice. Reason 1, it gives you the biggest discount. A single bottle of Memory Edge only costs $79, but with the 6-bottle kit, while this promotion is still active and stock is available, you'll pay just $49 per bottle. That's almost $180 in savings. This price won't last forever. It's available only for the month of January, for the month of February, for the month of March, for the month of April, and for the month of June. I know that with so many people securing multiple bottles this month, we'll soon hit 5,000 customers and compete for the Innovation of the Year award from the World Health Organization. Right now we have 4,600, almost there. Once we reach 5,000, this month will return to the original price, and this discount will never be available again. But wait, I've decided to do something even more amazing. The first 10 people who order 6 bottles will receive my bestseller, The Truth About Memory Loss, autographed, delivered with your Memory Edge kit. Entry into a drawing for 10 years of fully paid health insurance in partnership with United Healthcare. A private call with my medical team to answer any questions. And a 100% refund directly to your bank account. That's right, in addition to receiving all these special bonuses, your order will be 100% free. Have you ever seen anyone do that? So if you're still unsure which option to choose, these 2 reasons might help you decide on the 6-bottle option. Just select it below and click the orange button. If you're not ready to commit to this, don't worry. You still have the options of a 1-bottle or 3-bottle kit available. Go ahead and choose your kit below. Now I have even more great news for you. I'm including 3 valuable bonus gifts. First, you'll get free shipping when ordering the 3 or 6-bottle kit. Second, by choosing the 6-bottle kit, you'll also enter a drawing taking into account 10 years of health insurance, restricted to people under 70 years old, valid throughout the U.S. The best part? You can transfer this plan to your grandchild, your child, or even someone you love if you don't want it for yourself. It's a gift for you at this moment. The package options are appearing below. Choose the package that most makes sense 70 years old, and today I want to give you another surprise. The Sacred Book of Natural Recipes makes sense for Have you ever wanted to learn about the true healing power of Mother Nature? I'm talking about using your grandchild, your child, or medicinal plants to solve problems like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, memory loss, medicinal pain, and even low libido. For each of these issues, nature offers a solution. The best part is, no side effects, no injections, makes sense for you. The solution I want to give you hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year on doctor's pills. Normally this digital book sells for $67. But today it's yours completely free. Normally this digital book kit below this video. It's a great deal, right? But no deal is complete without normally this digital book money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. If you're like tens of thousands of Memory Edge users, you and your loved ones will be thrilled with the results. If you're like tens of thousands of Memory Edge, clearer your thinking becomes. If you're not ecstatic about how sharp you feel in social situations, if you're not happy with how easy it becomes to remember how sharp you feel in social spaces, or even if you simply don't like the logo on the bottle, about how sharp you feel email our friendly US-based customer service team within 180 days. You're not surprised by how much fast refund of every penny. You can keep the bonus gifts. That means you have 180 days, half a year, to try Memory Edge yourself. 180 days, decide if you'll receive a back. Believe me, we wouldn't be able to offer this kind of guarantee. That means we weren't 100% confident that Memory Edge really works. So go ahead, choose the 6-bottle package or any package below to get started. And listen, go ahead. If you've been disappointed by memory supplements before, I completely understand. I've seen men and women like you go from forgetting why they entered a room to recalling childhood memories. We weren't 100.
So I know this can improve your life and give you and your loved ones the peace of mind you deserve. However, if you're not completely blown away and if you're not 100% satisfied with the results, I'll give you a full refund. Just click the blue button in your purchase below, email, as shown here. No questions asked, no hassle. One click and your money is back in your account. Just don't wait to act now and choose the 6-bottle package or any package below before the stock runs out. Here's what will happen when you click the button below. First, you'll be taken to a secure checkout page that looks like this. Next, you'll enter your payment information into the secure form, protected by 256-bit military-grade SSL encryption, the same security used by Amazon and Microsoft, so you can feel completely secure when placing your order. As soon as you click the Complete My Order button, our fulfillment team will immediately start packing your order. In just a few days, a small discreet package will arrive on your doorstep. Open it and simply take 2 capsules before breakfast. You'll be on your way to eliminating brain-relieving toxins, boosting acetylcholine production, and improving your brain power for years to come. Choose the package that's best for you and your family below. Start today. Now, you have 2 paths. The first is worn, cracked, and full of toxins that leach your brain. It's the same road you've been on for years. If you make the mistake of continuing down this path, it will only lead to a dark and desperate place where you might become dependent on loved ones for even the most basic tasks. And this brings up an important point. You're not the only one suffering. If you've ever considered the price your memory loss could impose on your loved ones, you know you'll be dragging your family through the same hell with you. Many adult children sacrifice their lives to care for an elderly parent, burning through their savings to pay for prescriptions, caregivers, and nursing homes. It can cost up to $7,000 a month. Is that how you want your children to spend their lives? Sacrificing their hopes and dreams to care for their parents, draining their savings just to put you in a nursing home where you might not even recognize your own family? You know that's the last thing any of us want for our children and grandchildren.
But thanks to Memory Edge, our family and tens of thousands of other families now have the peace of mind that this will never happen.
I would love for you to experience that same peace of mind. But of course, the choice is yours. I have to warn you though that the longer you wait to fight these brain-draining toxins, the more damage they will cause. And eventually, that damage may become irreversible. Fortunately, most people wait too long, hoping and praying for a miracle that will never come. All because they chose to procrastinate. So ask yourself, what do you want? A brain full of leeches or a sharp, focused mind? That's where the other road comes in. The other road leads to this transformative formula delivered directly to your door. By choosing this path, you'll arm yourself with a unique and completely natural solution featuring Harvard research ingredients and miracle compounds proven to combat brain-draining toxins, boost acetylcholine production, and keep your brain sharp and energized. You'll start to remember names and faces effortlessly and impress your family with your quick wit and sharp memory at year-end gatherings. More important, you'll free yourself of the fear of memory loss. I hope you choose this path, but only you can make that decision. Remember, you're protected by our money-back guarantee.
You risk absolutely nothing by trying Memory Edge today,
Which, in my opinion, makes this an easy decision, especially at this discounted price. That said, I cannot guarantee this discount for much longer. Time is running out, and it's time to act. Click on the 6-bottle package or any other option below to place your order securely. Thank you for letting me share this discovery with you.